if you feel the need to ask those questions, that means you know inside of you that something's not right here. And I think it's better to take the courage and to go face reality rather than staying here and hoping that things are going to change for the better. You've been with this man for some time now, and you still don't know where you stand, and you're curious to know if this man loves you or if he's just with you in the meantime while he's looking for the woman of his life. So if that's the case for you, keep watching. Hi, my name is Amina. I'm a life coach, and I'm here to offer some tips, answer some questions you might have, and give you another perspective. So if you have questions or video suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you like what I do here, please subscribe, like, and share, and help me spread the word and help other people. So today I want to talk about, does it really love you? And so I want to give you some signs, some tips you can check for yourself, some questions you can ask yourself to see if this man really loves you or not. Question number one is he consistent? So a man who loves you won't confuse you. So if he wants to be with you, for the long run, if he sees you as his wife, if he's projecting himself and you together in the future, if he's serious about something with you, he's going to be consistent. And the reason why is because he's going to feel the need to be in contact with you. He's going to feel the need to see you regularly. He's going to feel the need to make sure that nobody else is going to take you out of the market. And so he's going to call you, he's going to try to see you as much as possible, and he's going to take some consistent actions. If that's not the case, you're going to be confused, and he doesn't want you to be confused. If he has decided that you are the one for him, he's going to do everything that is necessary to avoid making you feel confused about his feelings for you, and his intention for you and him in the future. Question number two is, does he want to hear from you? And so I was saying in the previous point that he wants to stay in contact with you, and so he's gonna call you regularly. He's gonna check on you. He's gonna ask you how you're doing. He's gonna text you. So do you see all that, or do you stay for weeks or for days? You don't hear from him, and the only time he comes to see you is because he needs something. I personally had a situation where I used to be with somebody in a situation, and I noticed that every time he called me, it was because he needed something. Every time he wanted to see me is because his intention was to spend the night with me, and then the other day he would leave. And yeah, so thanks to all the videos that I've watched, I started to analyze his behavior and noticing that I'm seeing that every time he is in touch with me is because he has something he needs. He has something that he wants to ask, and so I just stopped talking to him, stopped taking the phone calls, stop everything. So if you don't hear from him regularly, that means there is a red flag here. So question number three is, does it talk about the future? So I was saying in the point number one that a man that wants to be with you, that sees himself with you in the future, is going to talk about the future. And so does he project himself with you? Does he talk about the future? Does he talk about where he wants to live? So one example you can have is, if he goes on vacation, does he talk about both of you going on vacation? If he thinks about living in a specific city in the future, does he include you, or is he just projecting himself and thinking about how much he's going to pay, not including you in the situation. So that's a good question to ask yourself, because if a man doesn't see you in his future, that means you should stop, or you should talk to him seriously and see where he stands, because you don't want to stay and waste your time with somebody who doesn't love you or who is not able to take actions to make sure that you stay together. So before we get to the next point, I just wanted to let you know that I have a website where you can find everything that I'm doing. So whether it's my blog or my coaching service or other things, so you're gonna find the link in the description box. Thank you. So point number 5. So is he present when you need help? So if you are in a very difficult situation, for example, if your car breaks down in the highway somewhere and you're frustrated and scared and you have nobody you can call, and then you call him to see if he's gonna come to pick you up, or at least stay on the phone with you until somebody can come and help you. So when you have that kinds of situation, does he help you? If you need some money, and I am not really in favor of that, but that's a good example. If, for example, you're renting somewhere and something happens and now you don't have enough money to pay for the rent for this month, does he help you, or does he at least suggest something? If you're not married, I am not really in favor of borrowing money from one another, and that's just because some people take advantage of the other people, and so that's why I cannot really recommend something. But if you are in a relationship and you're sure that, oh, this is my person, and you're sure it's going somewhere, I will be more in favor of that. But if it's just dating, and so I think it's better to be careful. But that would be a good test. So if you are in a serious relationship and you know that this is the person you want to be with, if you need some cash, does he help you? If you go to the grocery store, and does he offer to hold your bags? If your car has a problem, does he offer to help, or at least to check, or to recommend somebody? So check that kind of things, because a man who loves you will want to help you. And I am not a man, I'm not pretending that I know the behavior of a man who loves you, but I have done some research and I've talked to some men, and this is what I came up with based on what they told me. So because for me, I can see a behavior, for me that means the man loves me. But when you talk to real men who know what's going on, they're gonna tell you something different. So it's not based on what I know, but it's based on what real men know, just to reassure you on that. So my last question you can ask is, do you know his loved ones? So have you met his mother, if she's still alive? Have you met his father? Have you met his cousins, his friends? Has he shown you at a Christmas party? Have you met some of his colleagues? I don't know. So are you a secret? Do you only go out when nobody knows, and you haven't met anybody since you've been together? It's been 3 years, you don't know who his best friend is, you don't even know one of his relatives, unless they don't live in the same city. But at least you're gonna have some FaceTime calls or WhatsApp calls or even Skype calls. But have you met anybody from his side, whether it's friends or family? If that's not the case, that's a big red flag, and I would ask you to really dig, and it's time to ask this man where this relationship is going. If you feel in you that something is not right, if you feel the need to ask those questions, that means inside of you that something's not right here. And I think it's better to take the courage and to go face reality rather than staying here and hoping that things are going to change for the better. It's always better to go and ask, even if the response can be disappointing, but at least you're going to free yourself earlier, have your heartbreak now, and escape so that you can free your future. Okay, so as a recap, some signs, some questions you can ask yourself to know if this man really loves you. So number one is he consistent? Number two, does he want to hear from you? Number three, does he talk about the future with you? Number four, is he present to help you? And number five, do you know his loved ones? So my challenge for you today is face the truth. Does he meet the criteria above? So if you have noticed that your answer to all of these questions are negative, you need to face the truth. So you either need to talk to him and check where you are and where you stand, or it's time for you to leave. And I'm not encouraging anybody to just get up and leave with all your stuff, but you have to ask yourself the question and make the decision for yourself. Is it good for you to continue to stay with this man, or is it time for you to leave, or is it time for a serious conversation? So please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you like what I do here. And if you have some questions or video suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. So my question for you today is, which criteria is the most important for you? So based on the questions that I asked above, which criteria is the most important for you? So is it with the consistency? So personally, in my case, consistency is really, really important. So is it because you have met the family, or is it something else? So please leave a comment, your response, if you don't mind, in the comment section below. So that's it for today. I hope this video helps. Until next time, I wish you a good week, and I will see you later. Bye, and thanks for watching.